Welcome to the Bsidesports show, everybody.
That's us.
Thank you for
Welcome
tuning in. I am your host, Ralph Figueroa, and we're ready to have another awesome show. This is episode 26, guys, just in case you guys didn't know.
Okay, it's on and cracking.
Just like ham and eggs.
It's been a minute though, huh?
Cracking. I'm hungry. That's why I said that.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for tuning in to the B-Side Sports Show. And, of course, we're going to talk about our sports, and we got all kinds of crazy topics we're going to talk about. And let me introduce you to the team real quick. So, we got Eric J.
Hello. Yes, I'm Eric J. I'm actually, you know what? I'm the chairman of the Oakland Raiders Anti-Border Initiative.
Oh, is that right?
Really, yes. You know, where most politicians want to extend the border, we actually don't believe in defense. Just kind of saying.
I'm on the fence about that one.
But stay positive.
Yeah, we got this. We got the rest of it.
We got the rest of it, all right?
Is that a bad thing to say to somebody with AIDS? Stay positive?
Oh man.
Too soon?
HIV.
How you been, man?
Good, man. Just it's been a long overdue that we meet for the show. Obviously, number one, but busy.
Sound like a little man crush.
Yeah, like we're doing love between Ralph and Eric J.
Can be so.
We'll throw in Shay in the mix.
Oh.
Ooh. Third guy.
That's right.
But
He's the creamy feeling.
I'm blushing. over
he's
here.
my Bavarian. But everything's been good, man. It was yesterday we celebrated a little get together for my daughter's birthday. So she was cool. She's the rock and roll queen.
Happy
Nice.
birthday to
her.
Ooh,
Yeah, you better say that. No, I'm just kidding. But it was cool. And just kind of doing, working fan bam thing, man. Handling it.
That's what's
That's
up,
what's
man.
up.
So,
Okay.
And then of course we've heard the creamy feeling already. Now let's fill him in. Shay Whitey.
What's up? Welcome back, man. It's been a couple of weeks. We had a little hiatus, but thanks for if you're watching on YouTube, on the B-Side channel, or on SoundCloud listening. Thank you guys.
They called you the hiatus kid.
Welcome back.
He came home on a raft for some reason. He said he was on hiatus.
Bamboo strong.
I was with Wilson. Wilson the ball.
Wilson Phillips. These are
The ball, not the
dress
volleyball.
to navigate. If you hold on to my
One more
wrist.
day.
One more day.
We should do that like Harold and
One
Kumar did
more
one time. Let's sing
week.
it.
You like that?
Oh, but yeah, man, it's good, man. It's just we've been busy still with the shop and everything that we're doing.
course.
We got shout out to 3 Beam Clothing. They were just in earlier. They're gonna be
for
bringing
sure.
some
Yes,
more
right.
gear this way. For the fall line as we have more gear coming for the B-Side shop too. So
3 beam.
3 Beam
Beam.
edition. Yeah.
Nice.
So you can kind of put that together with kind of the meaning behind it. Well, basically it's behind from remember the Biggie song. What he said, triple beam dreams.
Yeah, for
something.
sure.
Yeah, so he says he references that a lot, and I think that's what they based it on. But big shout out to them, and shout out to everybody that is down with the B-Side show.
Nice.
And the B-Side this week actually is another B-Side week. So all week there's shows on. So you can tune into the B-Side channel and it's on.
And we keep it on and cracking.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man.
Like your butt cheeks.
And it's good to be back. I'm excited to be back here.
Pants are optional.
Yeah.
Are you
You never
excited?
know.
That's
I'm
why you
excited
stand
to be
behind the
back.
desk there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hiding
I'm
the
excited.
chubby.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back with you guys here, man. Talking about
No wonder I
sports.
see 3 cones over there.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's
man
what's
crash.
up. There's actually 4 cones in here.
Man.
Yeah. And you, Mr. Figueroa.
Man, I've been good, dude. It's been, to take those couple weeks off to chill, and kind of like find some perspectives. And sometimes you just need to take a break.
Of
dude.
course.
But, and technically I wasn't really taking a break. It was just kind of like being able to do other things, and have fun out there. Staying busy with the shows, though, that was really cool. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I did a show on Labor Day weekend. I decided, I was like, I'll take a gig at the Ice House. It was on Saturday night, and it was a late show. The place is jam packed. So the next morning, we were supposed to head down to San Diego to go see the Dodgers over there versus the Padres, dude. I don't know how we did it. Red Bull, yes, thank you. Shout out to Red Bull.
You got the wings.
You got wings, that
Dude, I had the best time over there in San Diego, man.
That's
And
dope,
it was
man.
good. It's just like, man, I just worked the night before, and then I get to hang out. Man, we got into so much trouble. We were bar hopping.
Is there a lot of Dodger fans in the stands over there?
I would say realistically, at
Yeah.
least 60 to 70% of the crowd there. I don't want to go too high and say like 99%. Like I don't want to be exaggerated,
Uh-huh.
but maybe as high as 70% was
Was
Dodgers.
Dodgers, yeah.
Did you go to the Wild Animal Park?
It was in my pants the whole time.
That's how it was.
I mean, right field in San Diego.
There's nothing out there. They were banging on trash cans. It was crazy, man. So
Nice. Did I
crazy.
pay some money to some kid for doing that?
Oh, so
Levi's.
I know, right? Let's see. It was the Rustic Tavern had their second anniversary show. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, how
Was
was that
Guillermo
one?
there?
Guillermo was not there. He's yeah.
with
We
him?
got to talk afterwards. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to Guillermo.
What about Larry?
Cell Block C.
Larry was there in full force. Look at him. Look at see. He
Ah,
got,
right away.
Hey, how about Larry?
Look at him. Look at him.
Before,
why
Oh,
did
I
you
know
lick-
he's always at the
and
Rustic Tavern.
No, why did he lick his lips when he said it? though?
you weren't even done saying tavern. He's out. Tell Larry.
So yeah, so it was a great anniversary show. It was completely sold out. Man, it was dope. You know who was there? Who I got as a replacement for because Nick wasn't able to show up. So we
Diaz?
had Jerry. I know, right? No, he missed because he wanted to miss. He totally forgot. Jerry Bedknob from the 40-Year-Old Virgin. You know the little Indian dude.
Oh.
Yes.
So I had him at the show, man, up in
Nice.
Victorville.
You know what? Trip on this. I got that pick, and you know what, man? I first seen him do stand up comedy in 1986, for the Bob Euchre Wacky World of Sports show on Channel 4.
Oh yeah,
And he came out as Haji the Turban Cowboy
Whoa.
on the show doing
that
comedy.
is hilarious.
That fool says, in my family, we don't get happy for Super Bowl. We get happy for a bowl of soup.
That is funny.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
impressed you can remember that much detail from 1986.
I know, Jesus.
You must
I
be
don't know what you're wearing.
You must be up there. Hey, you must
Same
be up there in age.
You're still out of style.
He's like, I'm bringing it back. Never left.
That's crazy,
That's
dude.
good. Yeah, dude, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I saw you wearing your Navy shirt, Navy Brothers shirt.
Yes.
So.
I'm a big fan of beans, and so I thought Navy Beans is a good supporter. Of
I
it.
thought it was the store.
Yeah.
It was-
But it's new.
what an oxymoron. So no, you know what what I got to do is I got to perform. I had no idea. You guys ever heard of the Channel Islands? Yeah, exactly. That's
Wait.
I've heard of them.
That in Dubai.
Oh,
Is that part of DirecTV, the Channel Islands? No, it's not. It's it's off of the coast of Ventura. There's a naval base over there. So you got Point,
Oh.
you got Port Wainimi
Right.
and Point Magoo, and then right across from it is the Channel Islands.
Oh,
It almost looks like I want to say it's close or whatever. It's Catalina, but you can kind of see it. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say, like, I heard of it because now that I remember, because you posted when you were flying out there on your Instagram. That's how I heard of it. I didn't hear of it before that.
That's where the little midget comes and says, "The plane, the plane."
And I landed. I was looking for tattoo. I
Tattoo,
swear,
he was
bro.
there?
Hey,
Oh,
you know
shit.
what? On that note, what's Tattoo's favorite kind of candy? M&M, the plane. I don't know.
Silly.
What about
You're
Mr.
silly.
Rourke?
Good.
I know, right? So no,
Wild.
so there's a naval base over there, and,
That's cool.
and they had these
And you-
yeah. So I got to perform for them, and it was
That's-
really cool.
That's
good.
dope.
They were hanging out. They were telling, oh yeah, we do all kinds of weapons testing, and we tested the Tomahawk before they used it in the Middle East. I was like, damn.
Yeah, so you better be. So you better be funny.
But isn't that like an old Indian weapon?
And I told them, I'm the boom, huh? I'm the boom. I go boom, huh?
Tomahawk.
So no, that was really cool, man. So and then yesterday I got to host the City of Carson's Hispanic Heritage
Yes.
Month celebration.
How was it, man?
Man, that was
Dope.
cool, dude. The mayor was there, so I'm like, hey, bring the Raiders, bro. But we'll see what happens. I don't
That's
know.
right, at Carson.
Yeah. So they gave me this certificate of recognition. And
Yeah?
Yeah. So it
Have
was
you got
really
a key
cool.
yet?
I'm trying to because they know what I would do with it. So
Oh, man.
I'm like, universal key. This thing opens up everything.
Yeah.
So
Go to the panaderias.
oh, I definitely want some pan. I'd rather. That's in the Mexican part of Carson.
Called the Red District.
So no, but things have been going. They're going well. We got some
cool.
shows
Busy.
coming up, and yeah, so
That's cool.
spending time with family. But
Yeah, that's what's up.
just enjoying it, and now we get to come back and then hang out and talk sports.
Yeah,
all the
man.
shenanigans that have gone. Football season's already underway.
hell yeah,
so,
man.
Crazy. College,
yeah.
too.
So once again, thank you guys for tuning into the B-Side Sports Show. You got Shay, Eric, myself, Ralph, and today we got some topics that we're gonna do. We're gonna do our trending hot topics as always. Athlete birthdays, who's in trouble. We'll do this week in sports history. Where are they now? And then since NFL is fully underway, we're gonna do a NFL review. Talk about some of the stories that get you all caught up, and then at the end we'll do our shout outs. So with that being said, we got our producer extraordinaire Drax Spelling in the back. So with that, being said, let's move on to our first segment, Trending Hot Topics. Go ahead, hit it, Drek.
Hot and so hot in her. So hot and
I'm here.
It really is hot in here.
It is pretty hot.
It should be pantless Sunday or shortless.
What if you have like one whole bodysuit like a wrestler?
Ugh, gross.
Ooh, like gold dust.
The gold dust or tugboat.
It makes it very hard to tug your boat. Let me tell you that. Let me
Whatever
tell you that.
floats it.
Trending hot topics in basketball news. Ex-Lakers guard Jeremy Lin signed with Charlotte as a free agent back in July. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Really?
So it appears, though, that he had not gone to the Hornets' home arena until recently, because when he got there, he had to convince security that he was a player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently Charlotte Hornets security guards never caught on to the Linsanity.
They thought it was somebody's Uber driver.
They thought he was a Green Hornet. Kato.
Kato, put your mask on. They said that we already got our own happy walk. I don't know what you're trying to deliver here, little guy.
What's with the chopsticks? Yeah.
Why do you sound like that? Shouldn't you be talking more like this?
I should the hoop.
Are you or not good friends with Curry Irving?
He's like, I don't believe you, man. You came in a rickshaw, brother.
Come on, homie. Come on. Oh, you a point guard? Mm-hmm. You ain't fooling nobody with that player. Mm-hmm. Jeremy Lin. Mm-hmm.
No more Linsanity
Until you
there.
kicked the top of the roof.
Yeah, they were. I guess they weren't on the Lin tip.
They weren't feeling the Linsanity. The Lin tip.
They didn't feel like Jeremy. You can't come in. We don't know insanity.
You know who won't have to celebrate Linsanity anymore? Unfortunately, it's sad to report. What?
I don't know.
That was a dope segue, bro. Unfortunately, three-time NBA MVP and Pro Basketball Hall of Famer Moses Malone passed away last Sunday in Virginia, age of 60.
Oh, man, that's a legend right there.
Malone, you know what? I didn't know that he was the first player to go pro right out of high school. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He
I
was always
remember.
pimped out.
He was one of the only ones in those days.
He was the original Eminem.
Yeah.
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
MoMA.
MoMA. The Spanish is mamon.
Chinese is boba.
Shout out to Steph Curry, who made a leap of faith when he left Nike for Under Armour. Now Under Armour is rewarding Steph's decision by extending his contract and reportedly giving him equity in the company.
Whoa.
You know how huge that?
Dang.
Yeah, that
That's
means he's going to be a
big.
part owner of Under Armour.
He's going to be like Jordan with Hanes.
No bacon neck.
Get him out of here.
How did I get bacon neck in my underwear though? That's weird.
My socks. Give me some rubber bands.
You know who needs rubber bands or used to? Actually, Steve Nash. Remember he had that long,
For his stockings.
that mop haircut?
Oh, I know, man. That's
Jesus.
a hideous looking dude.
I'm glad when he cut his hair, I was like, man, he was disgusting. When
He should have got the insanity.
He should have worn a mask.
He
What,
should-
like Rocky Dennis?
Yeah.
Head and Shoulders said, nah, we don't
Nah,
think so.
hell
He's
no.
not the
boy.
spokesperson for
He looked
Yeah.
like a Foo Fighter.
Steve Grohl, there's Steve Drool. So two-time NBA MVP Steve Nash is reportedly in talks with joining the Golden State Warriors, the coaching staff.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so he's had a lot of injuries, especially
He's
with his
done
back.
playing, yeah.
So Steph Curry was excited. So he he tweeted something like, "Finally, we'll get a decent coach on this team."
Oh, dang. Hey, did you hear too though that Steph Curry's brother actually turned down a contract with the Warriors because he didn't want to be in the shadow of his brother?
You're gonna be in the shadow of your brother anyways.
Regardless.
Yeah.
but I think someone else signed him, but he actually turned down their contract.
You're the other Curry.
Yeah, the other Curry. Another
Red
Giambi
Curry.
story.
I know there's red Curry, yellow Curry, and other Curry.
Yeah.
You're just what's left over.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
who was that Curry, the guy from Hanging with Mr. Cooper? What's his name? Mark Curry?
Tim Curry.
Home Alone.
That's hilarious, dude.
That is dope.
You know who likes to be home alone too? Ronda Rousey. No, you know what she said the other day? That there's no reason that we should be tested for weed. Oh, did I just fall in love with Ronda
Oh,
Rousey?
yeah, all over again.
I think we all did.
Yes, I
Yes.
love her. She gets better every day.
UFC fighter Nick Diaz, he received the suspension, which we'll talk about later. But this is what kind of trips me out the whole thing. And so okay, yeah, he's a repeat offender when it comes to marijuana use or whatever.
Totally.
But this is what really bothers me, that we're giving him a harsher sentence than the guys that have been repute like steroid abusers.
Yeah, Anderson Silva, for example.
All right.
He only got a year suspension.
What about Belfort? Belfort's another guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Sonnen. There's all kinds of dudes. I mean, do these guys ring a bell? Like they've had multiple. And you're gonna get this dude for smoking weed. Like,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about that? I mean,
I know it's bull. I agree with Rousey because she's saying what she said too was that if somebody's on steroids, they can kill somebody in that octagon. If somebody's on weed, or
They're gonna
he
invite
might have
him for
smoked it
pizza.
once. Yeah, he might
They're
have
gonna be
smoked it
your
once
friend.
or whatever. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
it's not gonna kill somebody. He might have smoked it once in between all those fights. It doesn't mean he's smoking it every day and every night or nothing. It was just
well, except for
happened to happen
Dr.
in his
Dre,
system.
but that's a different story.
Yeah, yeah.
Smoke weed every
I mean, he
day.
might be. Who knows? But
Yeah, that's.
Well,
I agree with her.
I heard her say too, like, look at Tank Abbott. He stuck around.
yeah, that dude was a straight drunk. I actually seen him in Vegas, all drunk at a bar. So
Who hasn't?
Half the time he was in the drunk tank. You know who probably talks like he's in the drunk tank? Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. He surprised the hell out of me the other day. I read a story that he's now a Russian citizen.
What?
Yes.
Like you mean like the country?
Yes. Vladimir Putin issued a decree that was published on the Kremlin's website saying that Roy Jones Jr. is now a Russian citizen.
Don't they usually defect from over there to here?
Right, that's usually how it works.
No, that's Cubans.
I know. Putin said that this would have been possible if Jones planned to spend a significant part of his life now in Russia. Jones wants to help build a bridge between U.S. and Russia. Somebody said, yeah, we already have one of those. Let it go, dude. Nobody wants to use it. And he's quoted as saying, I want to speak so well in Russian that people understand me without any problems. I don't even understand them in English.
Yeah, he might as well do it then. Huh?
I don't know.
He might as well.
Someone bring in the Kahlua. Black
Funny,
Russians in the house.
funny, he doesn't look
Putin
Russian.
and Jones. The Black Russian. Nice, man.
Yeah, your mama.
I bet you he found a Russian girl that he was into, and she probably transformed.
Yeah, dude, they're online. I'll
Yeah.
get a picked one over
This
here.
dude, man.
They're online.
What about the Mayweather fight? Did you guys see that?
I didn't get to see it.
Of course, he defeated Andre Berto.
Yeah, I heard bad things about the fight.
In what he says was his final fight, though, Floyd Mayweather recorded a one-sided rout of Andre Berto to retain his welterweight world title and match Rocky Marciano's 49-0 career mark. What happened to? Did we forget about Chavez? He went 87-0 before he finally
Of
lost.
course.
Yeah,
When did we forget about that dude?
I don't know.
When we started looking into flashiness and stuff like that.
Jeez.
Like
Or
you know,
when we
good-
or when we started seeing his son fight, I think is what it is.
yeah, dude. But which one? Because he's got the other one.
I just opened my mouth right now.
That's what made you forget about that. He was so great. It's like, that's
En
what we got.
español, guácatelas.
Yeah.
Está fuchi.
Está. You know who said the
Someone
principal?
freezing?
The principal? No, the principal from the high school coach that looked at the field before their game.
Mr. Belding?
Yeah, somewhere in the northwest Chicago suburbs, a high school football team was considering alternative arrangements for an upcoming home game. You know why?
Why?
Because the crew that was paid to maintain the field accidentally sprayed it with weed killer and instead of fertilizer.
Wow.
So their whole field started dying, dude. It was all
That's messed up.
Wah, 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 wah.
You know,
What a mistake that was.
I heard Nick Diaz is also called the weed killer. Just out of curiosity.
Don't they say when there's no grass on the field, you play in the
Play
mud?
ball.
I don't know. That's just what I thought.
But they say that in Compton.
Oh, whoa.
Nah.
Straight out of Compton. Nice. Usually, when you see a sports score that says 107-90, you would think that it's in basketball.
Basketball sounds
course.
like, yeah.
So,
Wrong.
no. A couple weeks ago in Pennsylvania, Meadville High School football team, yes, the football team defeated the Dubois. The Dubois.
Petitois.
The
Dubois.
Dubois.
Dubois. Come to my Dubois.
They treated him like Petitois.
Like a bidet.
Yes. You know why? You know who win bidet day?
Oh, did.
The running back, Journey Brown. He took off on him.
Oh, running
This
back. This
dude-
is a football score?
This was the football score. This running back, check this out, ran for 720 yards
In one day?
and 10 touchdowns in one game, dude.
No.
That was what happened.
That dude's on a
Yeah.
mission, man. He's on a
Dude.
journey.
Yeah,
Right?
For sure, dude. But I heard it's like a blind and deaf school.
Oh,
And he's the exception.
damn.
They're like, I keep feeling the wind, but I don't know where to turn.
He's like Forrest Gump. He's like the Forrest Gump.
my wings.
Between my cheeks.
That's what fertilized that field.
They told me to run, so I ran.
You're burning it up.
I can't believe it. Is that guy getting recruited, that kid?
I don't, dude. Like the week after, he scored like another 7 touchdowns or something like that.
Dude, what's up with
Yeah,
that?
like, and I think that one he didn't do as well. He only ran like for 500 yards.
And the week after that, he won a ping pong tournament.
Take him to citrus.
He needs a rub down. Oh, it's weird.
Green spa.
Call Jared. Oh, shit.
Then he won a spelling bee after that.
You want a spelling bee? That would have been pretty
That's
dope.
funny.
He does it all.
Because that's the most challenging part, to be honest with you, for him.
Take that, Bo Jackson.
He's a spell number 7. He's a potato.
I'll spell OJ.
He's a juice.
In hockey news, I want to report that there was a great story that I read about. Despite his accomplishments on the ice, Montreal Canadiens defenseman PK Subban doesn't want to be remembered for being a great hockey player. He'd rather people focus on what he does off the ice, right? So last year, Subban signed an 8-year, $72 million deal.
In hockey.
Yes, with the Canadiens, right?
Yeah, Canada's
Yeah.
hockey's big up there.
So what he decided to do is he put a huge chunk of that money to good use. This is what I give him props on. Subban will donate $10 million to the Montreal Children's Hospital Foundation.
Dope.
Oh, that's nice,
That's
dude.
dope.
That's
What trips me out even more is this dude's black. I'm like, we have black hockey players? Jeez.
Oh,
Jeez.
man, what's going on?
That was like, wait, who is this guy?
Oh.
Is that?
He probably drinks that Smirnoff Black Ice.
I was like, why is Denzel in a hocky uniform?
Supposed
He
to
looked
be-
like Denzel, bro.
Does he really?
Maybe he's a black Russian.
Zip, zip, zip. Oh, that's that street over there off the 15 going to Vegas. Zip, zip, zip.
The Zizix.
Zizix Road. This is from a Russian.
Oh, yeah. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know who worked in Vegas for a few years?
The mob?
There was in Olympic news. There was an Olympian turned escort.
What?
Yeah. In her new book called Fast Girl, Olympian Susie Favor Hamilton.
Oh.
Yes. Flavor that savor and favor.
Yeah. Man.
I'm doing you guys a favor right
Yeah.
now by telling you about how she chronicles her battle with mental illness that drove her for need for sex, danger, and escape.
Well, I could use that.
And
Favor.
eventually, as a Las Vegas escort, she could have just moved to El Monte and she
Hey,
would have been
dude.
good. You know what I mean?
Drag dim the lights. Keep talking.
Yeah. Hey, does it say what street she works off of in Vegas on the book? Oh,
She was online, bro.
Oh,
She
No,
was
really?
online. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna get that book.
Yeah, she was, Olympic. I wouldn't say she was a champion.
Will she run?
She was a runner. Yeah.
So she's been around and around for a while.
She's run some circles in Vegas.
She
Let me
ran
tell
all
you
the way
that.
to Vegas,
She could have won the Vegas 500 by herself.
and now she's getting
She
run
wasn't
up
even
in.
competing.
And that's just men.
I know. And that's just on the strip.
She's getting run up in. Huh?
And that's just to and from the bedroom. Whoa. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
she's finally jumping those hurdles in her life.
Yeah.
So very good looking woman though.
Really?
Yeah, very good looking woman. Speaking of good looking women, I kind of got a little thingy poo for Serena Williams. I think she's a little,
Oh yeah.
I think she's
I was
kinda
just
sexy.
thinking about her today
She's
for
so
some
muscular.
reason.
Oh,
I said the same
Something
thing.
about her is sexy, dude. I don't know what it is.
I think so.
There's thickness.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
She's like a good pair of
I want
boxing gloves.
I
And
want
it's
to throw
muscle
some
thickness.
boxing gloves on her, and I want to fight. Like that would be hot, dude.
Yeah.
No,
She was
Better
so-
beat
I'd
the
go
shit
bare
out of-
knuckle with her.
Better beat the hell out of me.
I would do it with the glass and honey, bro. Just
Until
come
you
on.
realize when she hits you, like, damn, is that James Worthy?
I'm gonna put my tongue ponytail on. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I just hit her with the beach chair.
So I was a little heartbroken to find out. You know who she's dating? Drake.
What? That's weird.
Yeah, that dude's cheap.
It just doesn't
He's like rice
fit.
pudding.
I don't know. It doesn't fit. I don't know.
So yeah, supposedly they're an
Yeah.
item. Yeah.
Really?
So it should come as no surprise that, and I use this term very lightly, rapper. Actually went to one of her U.S. Open semifinals, and I don't know if you guys know what happened. Unfortunately, his presence did not bring good luck. Serena was just 2 victories away from winning the calendar year Grand Slam, which
Oh yeah, that's right. She
was
didn't
huge,
get it.
and she didn't get it
Yeah.
because this fool
He's bad luck.
is he's
like a, what do you call that? A schlep rock.
he's he's bad juju, bro.
She started from the bottom, and now
She
at the
went,
bottom.
yes. So it was funny afterwards. A lot of people went to Twitter to kind of complain, and then there were some funny ones that came out. So this one dude tweeted, "Drake is already composing a Vinci diss track just in case," because that's the lady that beat her. So then somebody else tweeted, "You get an L at Rihanna, you get an L, Serena Williams, and you get an L, Drake." Everybody gets an L because y'all lost. The best one, somebody tweeted, Serena should have asked Calipari about hanging around Drake. Oh. Because he was seen hanging around the practices and they didn't win it all.
I think John Calipari was trying to get at her too.
I know, right? Hey, don't be talking about
He likes it like that. He's around them.
He's gay.
He likes it like that.
He like it like that.
So you guys are tuned to listen to B-Side Sports Show, and of course you're here to listen to Shay, Eric, Jay, myself, Ralph Figueroa. So we're going to move into our next topic. We're going to find out about whose birthday it was. So go ahead, hit it, Drac.
We're gonna have a good time.
Good. Is that the one with Jimmy Walker?
JJ Walker.
I don't know why I started walking like an Egyptian, though. That's really weird.
Because you like the Bengals. Is that your team?
Sometimes I feel my bracelet's a bangle.
No, the Bengals is your. I thought Bengals was your favorite group. Remember the singing group?
I like the Bengals. Who doesn't?
Especially if their last name is Over. All right. So speaking of over and out,
Over and out.
because it's we say here at the B-Side Sports Show.
There's always somebody's birthday.
Absolutely.
Always.
So whose birthday we celebrating this
We
week?
start on the 20th, which is I think today.
Mm-hmm.
We start off with former wrestler Arn Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Remember that guy, the
Yeah.
Anderson, original Four
Yeah.
Horsemen?
He always looked old, even when he was younger.
Him and his
Like-
brother, they look like the Bee Gees of the wrestling world.
Yeah, when he was like in his 20s, it looked like he was about 50.
Yeah, that's what he did. But and hairy chested,
Ooh.
They were. He was bad. I remember.
he was like Magnum.
It's like, how did he take off his shirt and was wearing a sweater underneath? Like, he's hairy, dude. Like, wow.
The George the Animal, original.
Oh, that was the other one.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got Russian cyclist Vladimir Karpets. And actually, Karpets is famous for wearing his white padless bicycle shorts where you can actually see his carpet.
No.
The carpets match the drapes.
He wears the little hat flipped up.
What was he? A cyclist?
He's a cyclist.
Hey, so when he crashed, they would say the carpet munched.
But you can't take my word for it. Ba-dum-bum.
I don't know if that's PC to say these days. I don't know. Caitlyn Jenner, can we get your approval on that one?
She's the judge.
We're going for a review on that one, and yeah, we're okay. All right. Thank you. We don't want to offend
It's
anybody.
okay
on that.
now.
That was a
Sorry,
good one.
carry
That
on,
was a
sorry.
good one. That was a good one.
Also celebrating birthday. We got
Carpets a munch.
the carpet munch. Isn't that like a popcorn with toffee? Celebrating a birthday. Also, we got American baseball player Jordan Tata, a.k.a. Single Mastectomy. It's just one Tata.
So shouldn't he just be Ta?
Tatas would be a pair. Tata would be like one, a mastectomy, or a grandfather. My Tata. Also celebrated birthday, we got Hungarian race car driver Ferenc Sis. And actually, we're actually going to make a movie about this guy, and then we're going to have Ron Jeremy play this guy, because they also found that he was a Hungarian.
And the name of it was called Incense.
I think Eric J could play Ron Jeremy. I think.
I just
they did
gotta
a
grow my hair.
biopic. Yeah, grow your hair.
From the waist up. The waist up.
That's the way it's
And then you just stunt double
Bring in the
after
sun
that.
up and be like, why are your legs black, son? Like, I don't know.
Why do you have a mic stand?
You got 3 toes. Celebrating on the 21st, a birthday, we got WNBA players Courtney and Ashley Paris, a.k.a.
the twins?
The twin Eiffel Towers, Paris.
Oh,
Both of them.
they're pretty big. Too. But
Petite.
they're good.
Petite.
I know who they are. I've seen them play. They were bad in college too.
Also celebrating the birthday. Yeah, they were pretty good in college.
Yeah.
Also celebrating the birthday, we got NHL player Grant Fuhr. Grant Fuhr is from Spruce Grove, Canada. He's known as the Spruce Nazi. He's Grant Fuhr.
Oh, man.
Also, another Hungarian, but this one a soccer player. We got Sandor Coxis. Coxis is actually what doctors refer to as an overdose of wieners.
Is that multiple peni? Is that what that is? Is that the plural?
The doc
Coxes?
says
Coxes?
like Courtney Cox's. That's dope. Celebrating a birthday on the 22nd, we got MLB player Bob Lemon. Bob Lemon actually, after he retired, opened up a used car dealer, and Lemon hasn't sold a car since 1978.
He sells lemons.
Lemon and iced tea hooked up, and they made Arnold Palmer. How did that happen?
It's like peanut butter. Also celebrating a birthday, we got Tommy Lasorda, who's a Major League Dodger Hall of Famer and the world champion in linguine and clams. Tommy Lasorda.
It's amore.
Hey.
You know what? I just saw him at the game a few weeks ago.
In San Diego?
He's always there. No. He's over in Dodger Stadium.
Oh, right, Dodger
So
Stadium.
he's there a lot.
He has nothing to do.
Yeah, he's just getting old.
I heard he lives under home base.
He looks. I don't know. I don't want to offend any Dodger fans because they stab, dude. They stab.
Oh,
They do
yeah.
stab.
Ask the Giants. Ask the Giants.
Oh, no.
No, dude. But Lasorda, yeah, he looks like a little troll, dude.
He's dope, though. He's
yeah.
OG, though.
I want to hug him, dude.
Oh, you can hug me. I'll replace.
I want to hug him from behind. Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Cup check.
Whoa, not that kind of Lasorda. I'm not Lasorda that way.
It's Lasorda turning off. Also celebrating a birthday, we got NFL player Nate Dingle. Nate is actually going to marry Holly Berry, and Dingle Berry wedding is going to be the shit.
Smells a little.
Also, we got a U.S. Olympic fencer, Harriet King. She's got actually, her two names were combined from famous people in the past. So she's a little bit of Harriet Tubman when she fences, a little bit low key and slick. And she's also a little bit of Martin Luther King, where ultimately she cheats.
Oh, man.
Cheater! Celebrating the birthday on the 23rd, we got Iranian soccer player Hussein Kabi. And coincidentally, Hussein Kabi is what they call most taxi drivers anyways.
And he hates Uber.
El Uber.
How about what rhymes with Hussein? Insane. In the membrane, cabbie. How about that? Isn't that most deaf?
Because you're crazy for driving with him.
Isn't he the crazy cabbie, homie? No, I'm just kidding.
Also celebrating the birthday, we got Major League ball player Willie Green, a.k.a. Phallic the Fun Guy.
Whoa.
He's
Whoa.
Willie Green.
Willie Green Thumbs, they called him. They said he was a good gardener.
Is that a phallic reference?
Yeah, Willie Green, Phallic Fun Guy. Phallic the Fun Guy. Also celebrating a birthday, NHL player Matthew Disco Toe, a.k.a. Boogie Bunyan.
Oh, it's better than camel toe. He got lucked out.
Also celebrating a birthday on the 24th, we got another set of twins. They're American gymnasts, Morgan and Paul Ham, a.k.a. the double ham stack.
They're show-offs. They're hams.
They're a bunch of hams.
Which
I was
one's
taking
which one's
pictures.
older?
The one on top.
Oh.
The one that looks less like Peyton Manning.
They're in alphabetical order.
Uh-huh.
So I guess
The
whatever
younger one got the big head.
Who owns the pizza joint?
Who's this? Is this Papa John's over here?
Also celebrating a birthday, we got cricketer Pat Pocock, a.k.a. Slumdong.
Oh, pobrecito. Slumdog Millionaire?
Pocock.
Slumdong. Also celebrating a birthday, we got NFL Hall of Famer Mean Joe Green. And believe it or not, most people think his nickname Mean came from his fierce play, but actually it actually stems from when he was signing his contract. He was telling his agent, "What does that mean? And what does that mean?" Mean Joe Green. Mean.
I don't know if Nick Diaz approves of that green joke.
But he's mean.
What that mean?
Celebrating a birthday on the 25th, we got sports executive Joey Saputo, a.k.a. Joe Fags.
Hi.
Está más puto.
What does a gay horse like to eat? Hey. Hey.
A gay horse?
Gay horse. I don't know how you would know he's gay, but
A gorse.
Hey.
I guess when he says that, then so you know.
When he says, you want this lady pony here? He's like, nay.
Nay.
Nay. Also celebrating a birthday on the 25th, we got Japanese figure skater Mao Asada, a.k.a. Tokyo Taco.
Sounds delicious.
I just had that earlier.
Yeah, her.
Oh.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got NFL football player Todd Philcox, a.k.a. Mr. Tool Top Up, because he feels cocks. Also celebrating a birthday, we got
He's a
German...
meat gazer.
What was that? Shay's motor started running. He's like, motorboat. Also, we got German soccer player Karl Rummenigge. Rummenigge is actually the original name of rum and coke, dark soda. And rounding off birthdays, we got on the 26th, we got a New Zealand rugby player, Fui Fui Mwamwa, a.k.a. French Kiss.
Wee wee wah wah.
Fui Fui Mwamwa.
Mwah mwah.
Wah wah. You know, like when this joke just bombed, I said wah wah.
Wee fwee.
And we try to pick you up, so we go wee wee.
You're like, all right, put the talcum powder back.
Wee wee.
We got rounding off birthdays. We got Dutch soccer player Jerry Slagboom, aka Hobangen.
Oh.
He's slagging, booming slags. And finally, rounding off birthdays, we got LPGA golfer Robin Hood, a.k.a. Trayvon Martin.
Oh, snuck one in.
Anyways, I want to give a special shout out to my daughter Clarissa, who actually her birthday is going to be on Tuesday. So shout out to my
happy
baby
birthday.
girl.
Happy birthday.
Clarissa.
And that's it.
You know who else?
Who?
Sebastian Satina. That was,
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you did the
It
show
was,
with him.
it was
huh?
his
Yeah.
birthday last week, so happy birthday
Happy
to him.
birthday to him.
You said it was funny because you said he had about 40 shows for
As
himself.
as old as he turned, that's how many shows he had for himself. 43. He had 43.
Nice.
Two of them were in elevators. It's really weird how that happened.
That's the way you got to do it.
They just stare at each other.
So from the B-Side Sports Show to you guys, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
And, of course, you guys are tuning in and listening to Shay, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Rafi Garoa. You can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So we're going to move on to our next topic, which we will do Who's in Trouble? Hit it, Drac. You know who was in trouble the other day?
Who?
People that were on the 15 freeway.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, it has nothing to do with sports. There was a traffic jam. Did you hear about the helicopter sniper guy?
Yes. Oh, yes. That's right.
Shot him on 215.
That was on 215.
Yeah, it jacked up my day. Let me tell you.
Really?
Yeah,
What is that? You couldn't get that helicopter ride around the country?
Oh,
215. That's all. It was bad, bro.
Oh, my God.
wow.
That's how many hours it took me to go across the street. 2 hours 15 minutes.
Watch out for the flooding.
Well, you don't want to drive around there anyways. You know who else is in trouble besides my gas? Because it's so far. I don't know. Who's going to tell us? Shay Whitey, of
yes,
course.
sir. Welcome
So
back.
Who's in trouble, man?
In the news this week.
Yeah.
We have
He looked like Jerry Dunphy when he said that.
I know.
yeah.
This
I'm
week.
trying.
Meh.
Hey, so Nick, let's talk about right away Nick Diaz. We already mentioned it. Nick Diaz, man, 5 years by the Nevada State Athletic Commission
Horrible.
for cannabis use. But I mean,
He's
this-
the real, in the ring, he's the real Mean Joe Green.
yeah.
He's the real
What's funny is and we always mention him a lot too on the show, and it's crazy that it came back for that reason. That's the reason we mention him, and we're just kind of messing around, but it's crazy. But this is actually, even though it might be only one use in between fights or whatever, it wasn't like I don't think a big amount that they had on him, but it is the third time that he failed to test though.
Wow.
And I think that's what they're putting into consideration on it. But like we were saying earlier though, like Anderson Silva only got a year for the steroids that he got recently, and
Yeah, like those other guys. I'm telling you, like Sonnen and all those guys. Come on, dude. You know,
And what's
it's
interesting is
MMA,
that-
still MMA. It's professional, regardless of whatever. If not UFC, because there's so many,
Right.
different organizations now with MMA to make money. But
and I'm
it's
sure,
like, come on, dude.
I'm sure it helps,
Yeah.
too, for the pain that they go through. I mean, you guys beat their bodies up, they're
Well, there
like-
were studies that had actually they were talking about how the use of and that's why it's deemed medical. You know what I mean? So certain states now, California, but I'm surprised. Mile High is high. Let me tell you that.
Whatever
Over
happened
in
to
Colorado, man, they make the weirdest things. They make like a pot energy drink. I don't know. Isn't that like an oxymoron?
Yeah, I would think so too.
What happened to just putting a steak over your eye? You don't do that no more.
I don't know. I think
That's
this
too
way's better.
expensive. $6.99 a pound. Nah, you better smoke some weed. That's cheaper.
But you're buying Kobe beef or something.
Yeah, but besides the 3 that he failed, there was actually
I buy the
another
good
one.
stuff.
There was another one in California that when he fought a fight over there, I think it was for Bellator or one of the other organizations, but he actually didn't submit the sample, so they didn't even let him fight. But because I think he already knew that it was going to get
he's
caught.
like, hey, what's these seeds in your pee-pee?
Yeah, he's like, I'm high as hell. They went when they. I'm not going to be able to pass this.
I never seen nobody pee green.
But
What's all this dust falling off of you?
He's like, why is that in your bong as water, your pee? You turned in your bong as a pee sample.
he's all, oops, wrong one.
Whoops.
He's he admitted also though he admitted on an interview that he knew how to beat marijuana tests, but I guess it didn't work this time. But he talked about, so he knew he was doing it, and he just figured, I'll do this, I'll do
He
this,
can
and I'll
beat
beat
marijuana
it.
tests, but he can't beat UFC
Yeah, I guess.
for 5 years.
That's it's kind of a shame. That's a long time, 5 years. I'm not sure, but does that mean he can only not fight in Nevada?
That only
though?
works if you want to work for Kaiser. Okay.
He said, why can't I just be suspended for 4 years and 20 months?
Come on, homie. Let's keep it real.
Come
dog.
on, come on. He's all, I'll share. Come on. All right, and then moving
Puff,
on
puff, pass, homie.
to another Nick. This is Nick Young, our friend Swaggy P from the Lakers.
Ugh.
He actually, what's crazy is this guy's always.
How do you spell
Yeah, I
Isn't
only
that
like
the
him. If he's-
exit on
Swaggy.
the way to Vegas?
Swaggy?
I like him if he's making shots.
Zzz. That's okay.
This is
Keep-
like Swaggy.
So what did our pal Swaggy P?
Yeah, well, see, normally he's pretty laid back. He's smiling, laughing, and all
Yeah.
that. But he actually had like a big meltdown. It was actually at a Dave and Buster's. I don't think it was the one you were at last week, though. Was it?
I hope not.
Yeah,
I would've-
you
I
would have
would've
probably
punched
noticed that. Yeah.
I would have punched him, dude.
Yeah.
I would have. You know what, Swaggy P?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a Swaggy D on you, bro.
Oh, dang.
It's hot up in here. It's a Swaggy D in his pants.
But actually, it wasn't him
Gonna
that
run dirty.
that started. He was actually upset with his entourage that he took with him to the Dave and Buster because I guess they were starting some altercations inside the Dave and Buster. So he was actually upset with them, and he was caught by TMZ cameras, I believe, and he was yelling.
He's
like,
just guilty by association.
yeah, and he was yelling at the guy though. He's like, every time we go somewhere, every time, bro, every time. He was pissed, and
Yeah,
he threw a water bottle at him and everything.
Yeah, his
At
crew,
his own entourage.
Yeah, he
yeah,
was pissed at them.
his crew, they're called like Homeless Nation or something like that.
Really?
Nah, I haven't.
I
Come on,
have.
check outside.
that's
You'll
straight
find your
from
answer.
Shane looks at his computer. We're like, I don't have that in my notes.
Hey.
Like, what the?
Yeah, I think I followed them on Instagram actually. No.
Is that a nonprofit? Let me see. Is that a is do they have a website? Is it org?
They're part of the Rainbow Coalition.
Or is it .net? Are they .net?
Where can I donate?
The net to save their
dot
lives?
.ca.gov.
Yeah, they even had to, but I guess because they're worried because these guys are so big.
.sob.
They had to even call the choppers out and everything. Like,
You mean like the motorcycles?
no, the actual helicopter.
I was
But
like, oh wow, they brought the Hell's Angels out. Good for them.
no arrests were made though. No
Was
There's a
arrests.
bodyguard
Chips?
that
Was Chips there?
Oh yeah, I don't know if John was. I think just Punch. Nah.
it was LAPD. It was chocolate chips.
Like he was saying earlier, why did they call the CHP for kidnapping? Remember that?
Yeah,
Like why was that?
I know. Like, just let the kid sleep.
Yeah.
You don't
So
gotta
but
time.
he's not gonna get in trouble, is he?
No, there was no arrest made. They just were worried because there were so many of them. There's these big dudes, and they just wanted to make sure everything was handled.
Well, at the end, he was
So
just
they-
swaggy Pete off.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, but it took something mean to set him off though, because he's usually pretty happy guy. It seems like I don't know.
His
But-
woman will pee him off.
Well, he'll probably blow up again if the Lakers end up dumping him because it's a possibility because they do have a lot of his positions. So
He's doo doo.
we'll see what happens there.
Doo doo doo.
What's funny is I don't know if this guy's in too much trouble, but he's in trouble from embarrassment. Was the pyro operator at a I'm sorry, who was it? A Cleveland game, Cleveland Indians, the baseball.
yeah.
And you know how usually like you set off the firework when your home team hits a home run.
Right.
Okay, well they're playing the Kansas City Royals, and Alex Rios of the Royals hits a home run. The pyro goes off, but the problem is they're not in Kansas City; they're in Cleveland, and so then they end up the camera.
There's
catches,
video of this, by
yeah,
the way.
and the camera catches the old man who does it at the top of the thing, and he buries his head into it. He buries his head into his hand. He's embarrassed as hell.
He hits because he's got the little pad, right? And then
Yeah.
so all of a sudden the guy's running, and all of a sudden you hear that sound, and then all of a sudden you hear boo.
Everybody's booing.
And then he just kind of realizes, like, oh.
Yeah, and he buries it.
So he throws the thing down on the ground, and then he just puts his head like in his hands. And
Yeah, he just
like,
buries his face.
Dude,
And
they
then they
booed
show
him.
and they show him on the screen, and they're booing him even more when they're showing him. Like, damn,
That is
right?
dope.
Yeah, but he's an old man. Like when I seen it too, they were talking about it on some other thing, and he was like, "Yeah, he's old though." And they're like, I don't think he's that old.
Who's
He's
in
just like-
trouble? Your self-esteem.
Yeah.
It's awful,
Who spoke
dude.
up from Vince Scully?
No, you know who's gonna have his back? AARP.
Hey, he's actually starting a group, that old man. It's called Bozos for Pyros.
The more senile, the better.
Now he's become a pyromaniac. Now.
My grandpa once mailed me poop. He's done. He's on our crew. He's what? As my birthday present. Whoa. Okay. Let's
man.
sign your grandpa up.
Put her in the bag.
Tatas with no tas.
Also, we got another.
Vasectomy.
We got another college football player in trouble. Has been released from the program at Baylor. He's a tight end by the name of Trayvon Armstead. So
Wow.
they're calling it team rules violation. So
What does that mean?
I think he was like caught exposing himself to the. No, I don't know.
to a blind guy.
So Mopri? He
Yeah,
got
Mopri.
trouble for Mopri?
That guy.
He exposed himself to a blind guy, so he's been released.
Good Lord.
They just didn't want to put the details out. I think.
They said, yeah, we haven't used Mopri here since, it's been a while since the 80s.
He's like, yeah, that word's not in the dictionary anymore. We have to put it back now.
Nerds hanging out here.
Nerds.
Oh man, over in San Antonio, high school football. You guys hear about these two players? They actually took out the ref on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
They ran him
that
down.
was huge
Like,
news.
One guy
Yeah, I saw
he
that.
ran him down first, and the other guy went and hit him when he was already on the ground. And
Yeah.
they're claiming that this referee had made some racist remarks. They're also claiming that the coach instructed him to
it
do
almost sounds like vinegar.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yeah, he's
Oh yeah, I'm imagining. Yeah.
or a possible word that sounds like ninja.
Yeah. Depending on what, I don't know.
He
if
said that repeatedly.
Well, I heard it
supposedly.
was a word that sounds like setback.
No. Yeah. No.
That was the other one he used.
No.
And another one that's kind of almost like if you're going to say Mojave,
Yes. Yes.
but it's Mojavo. Or it sounds like Movado.
Movado.
Yeah. it sounds
Ooh,
like
that's a nice watch. That's a Movado. Hey, why you calling me like that?
I
Spanish?
think they were actually Egyptian. No, I don't know. What do you call it? I don't know. I don't know what you
Egyptian
could-
cotton?
he called them King Rut. Sounds like King Rut.
But so they've been suspended indefinitely. Investigate. I mean, and it's all on tape, so I don't know how they're going to really investigate what. I mean, it's all on tape. It's all there.
He's like, you
And,
two little leaners.
But supposedly one of the coaching staff had told him to
Yeah,
do it.
right.
Yeah, they're claiming that coaching staff instructed. They're also claiming about the racist remarks. So I don't know. We'll see what becomes of it. But he's actually, his name is Watts, I believe. Robert Watts is the referee.
What's wrong with
And,
you?
he's planning on actually pressing charges though. So it's not
Oof.
going to go away. It's not going to go away for
Watts,
that.
man, straight out of Compton,
Yeah,
bro. Look at
he's
that.
straight out of Watts. He's not handling that.
It was an electrifying
He's
event.
like, we're a
last
hop,
week.
skip, and a jump from Compton, homie.
And then
Past the riverbed.
and then we didn't get to talk about it because we weren't here last
Right by
week.
the towers.
But who's not in trouble is Tom Brady because they let him start the season.
Yeah, we'll
They-
talk about
yeah.
him during our NFL.
Yeah, we'll talk
review.
about it. But I was going to add in though that he might be in a little trouble now with fan base because he actually came out in support of Donald Trump.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
can you believe that? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So I don't know about that. He's gonna.
Trump is interesting.
Yeah, I think he's, you know what? He's a great salesman.
That's what he's doing.
But he's more.
And-
He's just like a celebrity kind of guy. He's not
Yeah,
really a
but
politician.
you know what? He's slowly stealing the election, and you know what he's really using
He's
is
dividing it.
is the military. He knows how to pick certain markets where even if he's hated, it's still good for him because guess what? He's building all this
Yeah.
all this publicity towards
and
himself.
his poll numbers are up. Like,
oh,
wait, his polls. Whoa.
his poll is high.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up with you?
My poll's always up.
He can't do a push-up.
I vote that as the creepiest thing said so far today.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
I try. And that's it for this week, man. Who's in trouble?
This week, who's in trouble? Good stuff, Shay.
Yeah, thanks.
Brought to you by the Bsidesports Show. And, of course, you guys can find us on all our social media at Bsidesports Show. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. So we are going to move into our next topic. Another one of the favorites here is This Week in Sports History.
Right.
Hit it, Drac.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes he'd get up.
Don't get down.
Ooh, so we're going to get down with this right now.
Yes.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Waka waka waka.
Journey Brown.
I remember her.
Which one?
Journey Brown. I'm gonna run 10 touchdowns on this one.
Journey. Don't stop believing.
So this week in sports history,
Yes,
Eric J, what do you got?
We'll start in 1895. The first round-the-world trip by a woman on a bicycle takes place. It takes 15 months, and according to her, the most difficult part is going downhill with just a big wheel on the front, flipping over.
She was juggling.
Nice.
That's her. 1915, the Boston Red Sox asked the Braves for use of their baseball field, their larger baseball field, as a matter of fact, for their World Series. The sales pitch was like this. Look, if you let us use it this year, we promise we'll give you half the profits next time we win the World Series. 86 years later.
Oh, wow. There we go. Hey, it's a deal.
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Yeah. 1933, the Pittsburgh Steelers play their first NFL game, and they play it as the Pittsburgh Pirates, actually. They lose terribly, 23-2, and mostly because the Pirates quarterback's hook kept getting snagged on the football.
He only had one eye.
And his black beard.
Showing routes.
Listen here, Shane.
1934, 2,500 fans see Babe Ruth's farewell at Yankee Stadium, and it was so long for the Big Bambino, Sultan of Swat, and the Nailer of Nathans. Goodbye, my friend.
Oh,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my ragtime gal. 1948, the Mexican Baseball League is disbanded due to low attendance, and the cause of this was an influx of Home Depot's opening. They all just hung out there. 1949, Mexican-American tennis player Pancho Gonzalez turns pro after just 15 years. Thanks, equality.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Keep him out of the league.
Dale, compa, dale.
Dale, unos quinceañitos. He was a quinceañera guy. 1954, the Brooklyn Dodgers, Carl Spooner strikes out 15 batters in his first game, and Spooner's pitching style, sideways.
Ooh.
Spooner.
He's a spooner.
Spoonered it after.
1954, Yankees put Yogi Berra at third base and Mickey Mantle at shortstop. So if Mickey's at shortstop and Yogi's at third, Goof's at first. Goofs. First. 1969, Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher Bob Moose no-hits the New York Mets. And you know what pitch actually got him this feat?
The knuckle.
The Moose Knuckler.
Nice.
1969, New York Jets Steve O'Neill punts 98 yards against the Denver Broncos. And by today's standards, that's still more yards than the Jets average this year.
Oh.
Not in calorie count. We'll talk about that later.
1973, Billie Jean King beats Bobby Riggs in the Battle of the Sexes. Chauvinist Riggs cordially later stated, "Look, she played me good and hard. The BJ King went downtown on the balls I served her." I'm just saying. 1970.
Now we're going for a celebratory barbecue because I want to slap my mean across that grill.
Bring her along. Bring your friend, too.
She has braces.
Who's your friend, Martina?
She's a man.
1978, New York District Court rules that women sports writers cannot be banned from locker rooms, and shower towels in locker rooms are an all-time low. In 1984, San Francisco 49er Joe Montana misses his first start after 49 games. Montana says, coincidence? Hey, be lucky that we're not called the 30-somethings.
It was a gold rush. 49, and stock on gold went down 49 points.
Put on your denim with rivets.
And cross the Golden Gate Bridge while you're at it. Jump.
Find a guy named Pappy.
He's got a wooden leg.
His hat's flipped up. He has the donkey. 1985, Curtis Strong is convicted of selling cocaine in pro baseball. And his best customer? Yep, the foul line ump. 1986, the New Orleans Saints' Mel Gray returns a kickoff for 101 yards for a touchdown. And by today's standards, that's still more yards than the current Saints have here.
Little zinger.
Little yeah. 1988, Mike Tyson smashes the camera outside his home, and when asked why he did that, Mike said, "That stupid guy said, 'Hey, Mike, Chief,' and I was expecting a sandwich or something."
Suspicious.
He's stupid. In 1992, Manon Ramey is the first female to play in an NHL exhibition game. She gives up 2 goals in one period. The first goal she gave up was "Don't let them score." The second goal she gave up on the period was don't stain her underwear.
Oh man, that's gross, bro.
And finally, in 1993, the Cleveland Indians win their last game at Cleveland Stadium, beating the Brewers 6-4, which is odd because it's usually the Brews that defeat the Indians. And that's it for this week's sports history.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Cake and blanket.
Never mind the diseases on
They
it.
bird bruise and blanket.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Goodman, Whitman, Trust.
Oh, no.
We
Archery.
are, yeah, that's a good stuff on This Week in Sports
Yeah,
History,
man,
man.
that's crazy.
Eric J, dude.
I wish we had a time machine. We could just go see some of this stuff.
I wish we had a cartoon. That would be weird.
You know how much we'll get our ass kicked?
No, right?
I know.
So you guys are tuning in, listening to B-Side Sports Show with Shay Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. So we are going to move into our next topic. Where are they now? Hit it, Drake.
Nice.
Where are they now? How I miss those companions who walk the canyons of the night by my side.
Let me tell you something the other night. I was out drinking at a show, and somehow I became one of those companions that walks through the night.
Nice.
The
Walks through the canyons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was faded.
Oh, yeah.
You're walking the rustic tavern through the night.
You have a lot of companions,
Faded
or just
on
one
a donkey.
companion?
Who brought the burro? I kept calling myself Juan Valdez,
Pappy was.
but I look more like Exxon Valdez. I always look like an oil spill.
I'm making waffles.
So, where are they now? Speaking of Juan Valdez, where is he now? I need his energy right now. Who are we going to talk about this week, Shay?
Okay, I wanted to talk about some athletes who have actually gone into something that you wouldn't normally, because most athletes when they retire they go into commentary, coaching, even acting. But this is something a little different that people are getting to. Like earlier, we were talking about Michael Strahan. I'm sure a lot of people know
Oh, yeah.
that were fans of the old show, which used to be Regis and
Kathy
Lee, and then it was
Regis
and
and
Kelly Ripa, and then now it's Michael and Kelly and actually Kelly and Michael, I think.
Yeah.
They
But,
should put Michael Myers, though.
Yeah. But yeah, and he's actually a talk show host on the morning show that they have in it, and that's actually a really popular show, and he does a good job.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually pretty
I've
good.
seen a few, just happened to randomly.
He only whistles every only once in a while.
I thought it was Dave Letterman.
He joined the Gap band.
Outstanding.
Can you knock me out?
But so he's one of them, and then there's another player. He's actually a former Giant, who also is a former Super Bowl champion with the Giants. His name was Kareem McKenzie. He played 11 seasons. He also played for the Jets. He ended up after retirement. He earned his master's in professional counseling.
Oh.
So after football's all done, after playing 11 seasons, he actually went and earned a master's degree.
Uh-oh.
And what he wants to do is he actually wants to counsel players after, and it's usually you think these players after they retire, they end up, nuts, concussions, and, losing their mind. This guy actually.
These football players become cuckoo.
Yeah, they can, a
They
little
eat
bit.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
They have head problems. And, and this guy actually wants to do the opposite. He wants to, he's trying to actually counsel people and
The
help
lights
people.
are on, but nobody's home.
But from what we been
I
talking.
comb my hair and brush my teeth.
He's one chicken short of a six-piece.
But I think it's a good thing though, because with all the people we've been talking about on who's in trouble, like they could use that help. So he actually wants to counsel them and help them with their next career path when they retire and what they need to do.
That's cool.
Yeah, because-
there was a study that came. I don't know if you guys saw that recently. The study of that they're talking about that a lot of these athletes, because they're being tested, for brain injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That they're finding, and it's not even just from those big massive hits. It's the continuous amount of hits.
Yeah, a bunch of
Yeah.
little.
That's what I, when it came to Junior Seau's family, for instance, for him to let him say, hey, look, why did he do this? And for them to study, and that's good that there's now these athletes they got to take care of each other, because if not, we invest so much money, into going to the games and buying jerseys and all this merchandise and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just like, we got to treat them as they got to take care of themselves too,
because they're out there not literally, but like almost killing each other out there. They're really just for us, for our entertainment. Well, of course for their money too, but it's still it's entertainment.
Yeah,
for us.
but I still think even though that the money's out there, but
Yeah.
they're not guaranteed all that money sometimes. That's why, you know,
Yeah.
very few, like in the NBA, it's a little bit different. The NBA's pay scale is like when they say, oh, this is a contract, that's pretty much what they're going to get.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
There's a
When-
lot of
and-
incentive bonuses and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And if they don't perform to what a certain amount, they might not get it. you
Yeah.
know?
It's kind of like that show, the one that was on HBO with The Rock. Did you guys see that one?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
That's
I,
dude,
I heard that was
such-
good though.
Such a good. you know, the season's already over, but I have it still recorded. But it's kind of like he's that dude who's trying to help these guys financially afterwards. You know, while they're still, you know, players and they're making this money, how do they invest it so that way they don't become those guys that are, you know, that we've talked about in Who's in Trouble that, you know, they can't afford it.
Yeah.
You know, they've,
Like the
you know.
Gary Coleman
Or like
of the sports world. You know?
no, but then they blow, and also because you know that
the Dana Platos.
Todd Bridges.
Todd Bridges is on a comeback.
and then plus you know how the way they blow their money too, like they don't spend it in the right places. They ended up on hookers or whatever, like Warren Sapp or whatever he did. And
A peanut butter and jelly factory.
I'm gonna put a water slide over there by Bosto.
How about a pool filled with marshmallows?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put a satellite of my own.
A rickshaw got reversed.
I'm gonna blast it from the Middle East somewhere. I don't know, might be a good idea.
yeah, he's actually talking about helping like former former military people that are coming back from over there, like they have issues and stuff
Right.
too, counseling. and
PTSD.
stuff. Yeah,
That's
so
dope. That's good for him.
That's good. Yeah, like I think they do need it, and so it's a good thing. It's like it's just surprising that somebody would think to do that because when normally they think after retirement I'm just gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna have these hookers. I'm gonna be beating up these women.
Wow, what kind of
Yeah.
life are you looking into?
Good Lord.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, we've
I
been
want to see
talking
your
about
biography.
It's a combination of Warren Sapp.
all of
and
a sudden,
these,
this is Shay's intervention.
Yeah.
Who's gonna play you, Robert Downey?
we're gonna go.
Are you gonna hang out with Josh Hamilton?
We're gonna go do
Jesus.
coke. We're gonna go.
Go hang out in Palm Springs.
He's
Are
the
you?
Charlie Sheen of the B-side.
We're gonna go smoke with Michael Phelps and Nate Diaz. Nick
Hey,
Diaz.
calm there, Ozzy Osbourne.
They got Subway.
We're gonna get coked out with the Ashley Olsen twins or whatever they're called.
Jeez.
Oh, okay, I'm done with that one.
Jeez.
All right, so we'll move.
Wolf of Wall Street, chill.
And if I'm lucky, John Stamos will be there.
Sniffing coke from my middle finger.
and Bob Saget.
Off my crack. We did crack off my crack. Whoa.
Put a syringe in my pee hole.
Hey, what did Bob Saget say in Half Baked again?
Oh, that he wants Shay to love all night and hold.
I wanted him to quote that line. That was funny.
He asked me to use his penis as a bong. How is that gonna work? I don't
Some of the
know.
Nick Diaz pee in it. You're too much, man.
All right, moving on to here's a baseball player now. Remember former Dodger Paul LaDuca, who was a very popular Dodger on the days when he was in.
I
He was
dropped.
dope.
I
Yeah.
dropped many LaDucas.
On Paul.
Speaking of LaDuca,
57 of them.
This thing's a brewing. I'm gonna drop a LaDuca in a little bit.
Eric
This one's gonna-
LaDuca clogged
this
up
one's-
the toilet.
This one's gonna be a home run for sure.
Batter up.
I once paid a girl to do LaDuca on my face. She was a runner. She ran away with my money.
The same one with the chickpea.
Yes.
Playing crap.
She,
The chickpea in my.
that was the worst roll of 21 ever.
So anyway,
Never bet against the Globetrotters.
Well, at least I had snake eyes. I saw it coming. Anyways.
but anyways, yeah. So he's a former Dodger. He played for a few different teams. He's a 4-time All-Star. If you remember too.
LaDuca.
Yeah, he was actually one of the ones actually named back in 07. He was named in the Mitchell report, the one that they were connecting with the human growth hormone when that whole thing came out. He was actually one of the ones named in that, and some other people that I guess he referred to this physician, Adam Riggs, Kevin Brown, Eric Gagne, were some of them. But so he was under investigation for all that. But after all that was over, I believe what was it, 2013. He finally ended up retiring into a different sport. So now what he does, he's a handicapper for horse racing.
What?
So yeah, so he actually
Does he have a blue card?
Is he in a wheelchair?
Does he get good parking?
probably
have one of those chariots?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. He's he knows it, but I guess he knows a lot about horse racing, and who would have
He
knew that?
swings low.
Wow.
He works for TVG. It's a network where it's just horse racing.
That's a lot of horse LaDuca.
Television
Yeah.
gimps.
Oh yeah, the horse.
Tell
LaDuca.
him that
That's what
football field needs some horse LaDuca. That-
Yeah, it's
They
on
need
certain.
You
fertilizer.
can raise the stakes.
So you can catch him on DirecTV. But he's actually a good. He actually nailed the trifecta. Where you can actually. He called the exact order of a race. He nailed it. He got the order of the finishers of the race. The first, second, and third place horse finishes. So he's actually good at what he does too. So
Wow.
you wouldn't think baseball horse racing. I don't
Betting
know.
on the ponies, huh, LaDuca?
But he's like actually on air and he's talking about it, so he gives people ideas of who they should look out for. What's how many races. He does all his research to where he
He
knows
wants to
like
go from LaDuca to High Duca.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The high
his-
bidder.
He said shouts out to his mentor Pete Rose, but I don't know what that means.
We didn't get it. We didn't get it. It was weird. No.
He said that's like the biggest when he got that gig is like the biggest besides his signing his first contract. It was like the biggest thing he could do because I just
So he got, and it was on a big race. He got the first 3.
yeah, the trifecta.
So he was able to squirt the little gun inside the mouth of the clown, and
Yeah.
the horses went.
Yeah, at the LA County Fair
go.
over there, right there.
LA County Pharaohs.
Oy.
Look at the Egyptians.
Aye.
So man, so that's what's up. He's actually from Brooklyn originally, but so you wouldn't think. I don't know if horse racing, do they do that over there? I don't know.
Yeah, they got the aqueduct,
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
the New York aqueduct.
Yeah.
it's water polo. That's what they use the horses.
bad. What's
There's
the-
seahorses over there.
They race buses because they said they're going to the Greyhounds.
Los perritos guaguaos.
He tried to hand it ownership, but that didn't work out as well. He's just better at because you can only own one horse, but if you're just calling horses and you're giving your knowledge on all the horses, that's probably
What was his horse name? LaDuki?
yeah, Dookie.
Is that his favorite basketball team, the LaDukis?
I wonder if he's related to LeBron.
It was what was it Buttercup, like from Half Baked. That was the
LeBron.
horse's
What's the movie with Bobcat Goldthwait, Racing Stripes, or was it?
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Maybe it was a jockey.
Police Academy.
Stupid, dude.
But anyway, so what it kind of inspired me to do that story too was shout out to Paul LaDuca because he actually followed us on Twitter at the Bsidesports show.
What?
Get
That
out
was
of
pretty
town.
cool.
For reals?
Yeah, he
All right,
really
now
did.
I like to do it again.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. So let's not make fun of him. It's big ups. Thank you, Paul, for following us and checking out the
Sorry.
show.
Sorry, we kinda
let's not make fun of him.
shit on your LaDuke.
Sorry, we LaDuke it all over your name, bro.
Or your parade, LaDuca on his parade.
But answer me this: why squat as a catcher with a name like LaDuca?
They call him Chief Squatting Piss.
So
When he
yeah,
got
man,
traded
so-
to the Indians.
So that's it for Where Are They Now? That's some interesting stuff for that, man.
went from-
Next time.
From squatting poop to squatting piss.
You
Sit bull.
didn't have a pot to piss in.
Shout out to Christian Leitner.
Anybody else, man?
No, that's it for this week, man. That's
This
what they're doing now.
Is Where Are They Now? Brought to you by Shea Whitey and the Bsidesports show. So of course you guys are tuning in. That's some good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So Paula Duga, that's the guy. If you want to go to the ponies, you want to ask him for some
yeah,
advice.
if you have DirecTV, I think you can catch that channel. But I don't think
Nice.
you can have. If you have Time Warner, I don't think you can. But so DirecTV customers, channel 602.
Jeez.
I just happen to have it right here.
Wow, we got our own DirecTV in here.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
got it.
Dish.
So you guys are tuning in. Remember, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So we're going to go into another topic because obviously it's been trending for a few weeks now, and so we're back. We're going to do a little bit of an NFL review. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit it, Drac.
It's the sport of kings, better than diamond rings. That's why we're here to sing football. Sunday in the snow, referees whistle blows. Weekend warriors toe to toe. Football. The old timers, do you remember the name?
Foosball.
Foosball, it's the devil.
We're gonna have to review that movie one of
It's
these days,
the
though. Huh?
devil.
Wildcats. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Good movie.
So so anyway, we got the NFL is in full swing now.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited. You
Me
know,
too, man.
So I love. I'm a big football fan.
Yep.
More of any other sport, I would think. So of course, if you guys don't know, the NFL said New England Patriots can reinstate their 2 employees, aside from the fact that they now reinstated Tom Brady. So the whole Deflategate kind of that was a big topic over the summer.
Over the summer.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest topic.
Yeah, I
really.
mean, and he kind of, did his appearances and stuff like that, and so the employees that were at the whole bottom of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So they've been now,
Knew about
reinstated.
reinstated. What do you think? Do you guys think that they should have reinstated that Tom Brady shouldn't have had those suspensions?
Well, they couldn't prove it. That was the big
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's.
But what about destroying the phone? Why do you do that? Did they ever?
Well, see, but that can't be. He can't hold him, responsible for that. It's his phone. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Maybe Brett Favre sent him like a penis pic or
I
something.
know, right?
And so he's like, oh,
With
man,
the new Wranglers on.
He had to get rid of it. He had to make sure they didn't see it.
Look at this Green Bay.
See the cheese log this big.
No, but I was kind of upset with it. I think, that's kind of sucks. But it is what it is. He's not going to say no.
New
I'll
England
serve
always
the
gets the
suspension.
breaks.
Yeah, they do. It just seems
Right?
like, and even since the thing before when they were the Spygate whole thing.
Yeah,
Ever
that's
since
another
then,
one.
They've been, and it's
Well,
like-
even remember back that Raider playoff game.
Yeah, the Tuck rule.
Yes.
yeah, the
And we're not
Tucker,
talking
all
about
that.
Justin Tuck. We're talking about the other Tuck.
Tuck and roll.
We're not talking. We're not talking about the other Tuck.
Yeah, that's
Friar Tuck.
The tuck on your anyways. I'm not tucking the shower. Whoa.
Not tucking like Silence of the Lambs.
So yeah, Deflategate, man.
Chris Tucker.
Chris, you better watch your tucking mouth. Deflategate was that was the gift that kept on giving because just everything was about Deflategate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it was so strong that it overrode Aaron Hernandez.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
what
know.
happened to that fool?
Yeah, oh, he's probably
Did he get
deflating
his-
balls in the.
Did he
pen.
get his last meal yet?
He's deflating his own balls in the pen.
Jesus.
It's between chicken or waffles.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? Are you guys a fan of South Park?
I watch it occasionally, not religiously, but occasionally I
So-
do watch it. It's funny.
Well, they had their 19th. I didn't know it was their 19th season. I was like, damn, I've been watching this for a long time.
Wow.
So the kickoff to their 19th season had an episode where they were making fun of kind of like the Caitlyn Jenner thing.
Okay.
So it was called Stunning and Brave. It was a really funny episode. But what I really loved about the episode was that Cartman, he gets they give him like detention. They get this new PC principal, whatever. So this guy puts on these glasses. He's Oakley. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm PC principal, and he even drops. You guys see that episode, right? Yeah. So anyway, so Cartman's always getting in trouble, of course. So he gets issued 4 days of detention, and then Cartman, like he starts like, no. Everybody's like, who's your favorite player? And he's like, Tom Brady. And then it's like, well, what would Tom Brady do? And that's what I'm saying. He starts getting into this character, bro. It was hilarious. He goes, you know what, guys? I'm a Tom Brady this thing. Because the way he got out of Deflategate and all that. He says, you're not giving me 4 days detention. You're going to give me 1. No. The hell with that. You're going to give me no day suspension. And then I'm going to go home. I'm going to fuck my hot wife. It's not even that hot. Kind of looks like a dude. I was like, wow, he's talking about Giselle Bundchen, dude. That was hilarious, bro. So that was
funny. I remember when South Park had what would Brian Boitano do?
Yes.
That's funny.
But
that was
what Brian
hilarious.
Boitano
What would
do?
Brian
They had a
Boitano?
song.
They had a whole song about it.
Oh, dude. So that was pretty
They're
funny.
dope. That was good.
So when he was doing it, so Cartman was like, yeah, maybe Tom Brady, and then he's wearing like a Tom Brady uniform. He's got the hair, and it's hilarious.
The hair.
Oh, loved it, dude. So so the NFL. I mean, it's been the season is full underway. I think we're already week 3.
Week two. Yeah.
Right? Week 2. So a lot of games are actually going on as we speak, as we're recording.
Yeah.
The one that I obviously I'm a Raider fan, but the season opener had them against the Bengals, which was an awful loss for us, by the way. But I don't know if you guys saw the game where the Bengals cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones, which was later fined this week $35,000 by the NFL for slamming wide receiver Amari Cooper's head into the helmet. You guys see he just got on top of him, just kind of slammed him.
Damn.
He's a defensive player. I don't know why he didn't get ejected from the game from that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Did they throw the yellow flag?
oh yeah, of course he got an unsportsmanlike conduct,
Okay.
but he got the fine. So Pac-Man, I mean that's a lot of quarters if you're gonna play Pac-Man. Jeez,
yeah.
that's 140,000 games of Pac-Man that he's gonna lose.
Or one phone call to Pacquiao.
Well, they beat San Diego today too.
Who did?
The
Yeah,
Bengals.
the Bengals.
Yeah,
They
so
beat
they're
San
already
Diego?
they're already
Yes.
2-0. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about this though? The average cost of a small draft beer at NFL games this season, on average, is $7.42 for this is the small, according to a marketing team that did some research. But it's actually down from $7.53. Fans for the Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, and Chicago Bears will have to pay at least $9.25 for a
because
beer.
they think they're more rowdy, and I know
Wow.
Oakland for sure. So-
You think?
Yeah, so I think they, don't
They
wanna,
think?
Is that why Dodger Stadium charges about $20 for a tall can? Or
I
something?
do.
Something like that.
Yeah, I went to a Dodger game to hang out with some of my boys and stuff, and I go to the michelada over there by the right field. So I go in there and they have this micheladas. So I get 2 micheladas, and then the lady tells me, okay, $37. Like, wait, what?
Wait,
I don't even know why. I clenched my butt cheeks and everything. I was like, what?
I didn't even order.
37? What? For
Where's
two-
my food then?
For 2 micheladas?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're buying the beer, and then it's like $20 for. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Damn.
That's horrible.
I was like, this is crazy.
That's robbery.
Yeah, so it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
The price we pay, and then they're gonna see what it is they raise the price because they're gonna start drinking. Like, hey, you can get wasted, but they're not gonna be stupid. Like, I'm gonna throw this beer at you, but after I finish it,
Oh yeah. You don't want to waste that.
I
beer.
paid
No.
$9 for this, homie, and this is the little one,
You could just finish it and then fill it up with Nick Diaz pee. Say Happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh man, there was a Pats fan that got kicked out for tweeting. Did you guys hear about that one?
Nah.
So he tweeted. He had really good seats, by the way. He was kind of down on the field. He was probably maybe 6-7 rows up. So he tweeted. He said, I'll run onto the field if I get retweeted. I can't remember how many times he was gonna say that, but people were just retweeting.
People
him
retweeted it.
over and over again. And about an hour later, after the fan had posted his tweet, he got ejected from the game.
But he never ran out.
He never
No,
ran.
well, no, because the NFL monitors all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh.
So
How did they
Follow
see
him.
it? It was a hashtag.
well, because
or-
everybody was it started trending.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Ah.
So once it hits retweet so many times,
and he probably had a
Twitter put
hashtag.
it in the, exactly. So I think he had it under hashtag pit ND whatever, something like that.
Hashtag.
Hashtag I'm gonna run into the field right now.
Hashtag no pants on.
Hashtag Eric J is naked under the table.
Hashtag why you looking?
The Jordan brand though, I don't know if you
like
guys,
a robot.
I know, right? So the Jordan's shoes obviously are a big trending thing that everybody's into. Like, I got my J's. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. How about you get a job with your J's? homie?
Yeah, no,
That's right.
some people-
So the Jordan brand now is going to translate into the NFL.
What?
What?
Yeah, a handful of NFL stars will be wearing Air Jordans on the fields this season. So they got these, kind of retro-looking Jordan shoes, but they're cleats.
Nice.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they got some picked up a couple different players throughout. So for the Raiders, Woodson actually will be wearing them.
Oh,
Him
Charles
and
Woodson.
Crabtree, actually, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
So they got their own silver and black
Damn,
edition.
he's
of
making
their
a killing
Jordans.
right now, Jordan, on those things.
Right?
Man. He's making spank, dude. 'cause those-
Now they can dunk the ball over the goalpost.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
yeah, dude, especially man.
Nice.
moving to the NFL. that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So Wes Welker, he's not playing this year. Nobody
No?
picked him up. Nope.
Well, didn't he die in that car crash for the Fast and Furious?
Oh.
No, that's the other. That's Walker.
No, but he's not. He
He's
can't
not,
walk.
He's not walking anymore. but-
Oh,
Too soon. Too soon.
Too fast.
So yeah. So what's his name? So Wes Welker now he had a different doubleheader the other day because now he has twins, and apparently they like to poop at the same time. So that's a good doubleheader.
Oh, nice.
they come out nasty. So let me see what happened. Texans defensive end J.J. Watt recorded his 58th career sack the other day. It was crazy because he wasn't wearing a helmet.
When he did it,
Yeah, when he sacked the guy, he had no helmet on.
he should have sacked him after that. Took off his helmet.
No, you know who called him after the game was over?
Who?
His mommy.
Why?
Wanted to see if he's okay. My little boo boo
Give
bear.
him chunky soup.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say Kareem McKenzie, the guy the new counselor, the guy that became a counselor after the.
Did
he
you
called
get
him.
hit too
Yeah,
hard,
he's with no
son?
helmet.
Tell me what happened to your skull.
You always put a helmet no matter what. If you got with or without pants, you wear helmets.
Even if it looks like chips.
He's even in the shower.
Speaking of a side of chips, dude, the New York Jet fans, they have okay. You know how there's all this ballpark food that's out there, kind of
Right.
that's what I love about the county fair because
Oh yeah.
you always get to fry.
Everything's deep fried.
Yeah, they got frog legs and what was it about the frogs?
Oh, the way you eat a frog, you put one leg over each ear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow my baby.
hello, my darling.
Follow my ragtime.
The
meow. Mommy,
Why do I have a cane all of a sudden? Where did that come from?
where does top hat come from?
So anyway, so you get all these different foods and stuff, and so over at MetLife Stadium, the Jet fans can buy this thing called a Jumbo Jet Bagel. It costs $50. It's this enormous. This is what's in it. It's this monstrosity. Look, it has ham, chorizo, breakfast sausage, potatoes, fried eggs, and you can't forget the cheese.
So they have a breakfast menu item at a baseball game?
It's a big ass sandwich.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's a big
On
ass
a
bagel.
on a bagel.
On a bagel, and it's $50. Dude.
I heard
$50?
Yeah.
I heard it's as big as a Star of David.
Wow.
Shout out to the oppressed.
That's nuts.
Wow. Talk about game day fuel. Jesus, that's gonna give you fuel for like ever.
It's gonna give you Laduca.
It's gonna leave you broke, dude.
You gotta light up those afterburners, huh, dude? Those jet bagels. Misfire.
Can you make it a Lux?
Come on, Major Tom.
Smells like jet fuel.
Guide this plane in. So, what do you guys think? So far, there's some good players out there right now. Everybody's kind of, the ones that were projected. Who do you think is not meeting expectations? Because obviously, Mariota was playing Winston.
Mariota was doing good.
He did really well in that first game. What do you guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah,
He did really
I
well.
thought he did okay.
Who's your surprise? Like, didn't do all that well this week?
Well,
Or so far.
from the first week, I was pretty disappointed. With even like Derek Carr, like because last year I thought he really like stepped at it, like seemed like he was going to be good.
Yeah.
But I think today he did a little better. But that was one of them that I noticed that I was like, especially for the first game, you just would think that these guys are going to come out on. But I don't know, that was just kind of a bad performance.
So
Manning.
Manning was awful. He was awful.
Both Manning.
Until the end of the game.
That was such a great game though.
Right, yeah.
For those of you, the home opener with the Giants at Cowboy Stadium, or now AT&T Stadium, whatever it is, the
Yeah.
Cowboys. That was such a. You know what? I'm a big fan of just football in general, as long as it's a great game.
Yeah.
And for Romo, and everybody talks a lot of crap about Romo.
Yeah. I always thought he was overrated. I mean,
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
that drive that he did was.
It was like
Was-
Joe Montana.
Yeah, man, he was kicking butt, and that's what's great about this NFL season. There's a lot of guys, trying to get out of the doghouse, as they say, because everybody's like, Tony Romo can't do it, and for him to win that way. But Peyton Manning was just awful. He's
Yeah.
just awful.
And
you
I
know,
know- I
He's
know,
done. I think it's it.
Just
for him.
like the pizza in the oven, it's done.
I mean, I think
Take
if they,
him out, Papa John's.
give him a Pazuki.
I think though, if they don't win this year, he'll probably retire. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I think they have a chance to go though, because I think they're already 2-0, right?
Yeah.
How about Eli? What do you think of Eli?
I don't know. He just seems like a big game performer, but it depends if they get that far though.
Yeah.
So it seems like once the playoffs hit, it seems like that's when
he's like the San Francisco Giants in baseball.
yeah.
That's the one thing that they mirror each other, not only in the name, but when they're in the playoffs,
that's when they step it
they're
up.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they're like
They
really on
sneak
fire.
in as wild cards, and then just like the Giants in baseball, just sneak in and
Yeah,
look at the last.
exactly.
And that's kind of what they did with the New York Giants when they got into a couple of Super Bowls.
Yeah.
They weren't even expected to be in
Oh
there.
Yeah.
I think there were wild cards going
yeah.
on. Too.
So there's a few quarterbacks out there. Drew Brees he's not doing all that great. But some of these newer quarterbacks, Johnny Manziel is back in it now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because of Hoyer, he got injured. Man, that guy took a wallop, dude. When he did a helicopter spin when they hit him, dude. It was vicious, dude. So the Browns said, "Nah, we gotta sit him out." Boom, there goes Johnny Football.
Damn, dude,
Football.
already?
Yeah, Johnny Football's tearing it up, man.
How about what's his name? Kaepernick. How's he doing?
Kaepernick did well in the first game, did awful in the second.
Yeah, it seems like he's starting to like not be to what he was when he first
Yeah.
started blowing up. What was it, like 2 years ago?
Who?
Colin Kaepernick.
I think the flux capacitor is fluxing right now.
2 years ago,
Go the Ducks!
they were looking at him like he was going to be the future of the. But nah, he seems like he's a little
Oh,
losing
let
his
me ask you guys-
RG3, same thing.
Oh,
Let me-
RG3 got sat down
he's
now.
horrible.
Yeah, he's.
Now his primo over there, Cousins.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know he got benched.
Yeah, Cousins is the starter.
Oh, okay. Dang, his primos.
He's like,
primos.
he's not my primo, man.
You think the Cowboys are going to be affected with the Des Bryant injury?
Oh, he's
think
out
it's
for a
gonna-
while.
six
He's
now.
gonna be out
weeks.
6 to 10 weeks, is what they're
Ah.
saying. I don't know. I don't. I think they got enough. Well, maybe we'll see.
Some-
They're
He
gonna
was
play later
expected to be
tonight.
big.
Yeah, and they paid him a lot of money for it too.
Yeah, exactly.
And the running backs were awful. They were awful. That last game, McFadden, he started off kind of hurt already in the season throughout. Getting into the preseason and stuff like that. So he did wind up, but he's not starting. The other two running backs, they're kind of mediocre. They're not all that great. Jason Witten is what carried that team. Between him and
Yeah, he's
Romo,
solid.
they were moving that ball.
Jason
Yeah.
Witten's solid.
So they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be a contender team this year for sure.
Who they got? Philly today?
Yeah, they got Philly today.
Is Murray playing? Or
Uh,
he got hurt too.
no,
right?
he's got hurt already. Yeah.
So,
There's actually another injury today. It just came into from the Bills. Aaron Williams. He had a neck injury. He actually had to leave in an ambulance.
oh.
So that's kind of. There's a lot of injuries early. It seems
Oh
like,
man, that sucks too.
Mhm.
Especially because these guys put their heart and soul into playing football, man.
especially right when the season's starting. That
Yeah.
we're ready to do this. They're probably all psyched up, hyped up, and then now you can't help.
you
your
know, the
team and stuff.
Temptations put the heart and soul into their music, but no one ever really got injured.
yeah. Oh, you never know. You never know.
You know you wanna leave me. Yeah, you know who got injured? Their hearts, because they always sang about how they were heartbroken, bro. So I
And their
beg to
feet,
di-
their soul.
I beg
The
to
soles of their
differ.
feet. The soles of their feet from dancing.
from dancing.
It was hard to do a 4 count all day long.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you know who needs to do a 4 count is the Raiders offense. How about that? Not have to use all 4 counts to get to a first down. Jeez.
They're horrible.
Yeah, today they did
They
well.
did better
though.
today,
They did
yeah.
well.
That's good.
A
They
lot
won.
better today. So certain teams, I don't know. Pittsburgh looked really good. They're everybody's. I think everybody's bringing it this year.
Yeah,
There's,
I think my team, who I think can go all the way though, who's always good every year, is Green Bay.
Green Bay.
The Packers.
They always have the possibility.
They seem like
But-
they're always like up there. Like Aaron Rodgers, to me, he's one of the best in the league. He's dope. I mean, he always comes. I mean, sometimes I guess towards the end of the season they start slipping a little bit, maybe playoff time. But they just, to me, it seems like for sure that they might go out to the Super Bowl at
do you,
least.
do
Yeah.
you do you rule out New England?
You know what? I'm hoping they don't win, to be honest. But they could though. They just won it last year. I mean, they pretty much got the same squad, right? Who'd they lose? Aaron Hernandez? No.
I don't think he'll be back in about 10 to 12.
Yeah, they lost him a while ago. But yeah, and Brady's not suspended, so they can't, lose
So
those
they-
games.
Right, they have that opportunity. They can
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna step up. They'll probably do well this year.
You think
Unfortunately,
Cincinnati will fade out.
Cincinnati.
Right now
the
they're
end.
2-0, but I'm looking at the Broncos too. That they're out. They've been for the Peyton Manning era. They've been up there.
Yeah,
So-
I mean the season is still early, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to tell who's really going to stand out. The one that surprised the hell out of me was the Jets. Actually, I mean, so
yeah.
the Texans actually lost today, which they played really well the other day. How about Arizona? What do you think about Carson Palmer over there?
Carson Palmer, man, he's got a resurgence going. He stepped.
But he's been the last couple of years, no?
It's like I want an Arnold Palmer right now.
I can't remember the name of the player.
A Harry Palmer.
They were saying that he invited them out to his house and everything during the summer. Like it was one of the receivers, I believe, like one of the new receivers, and Carson actually invited him to his house to work with him and get to know him, and just so he was really dedicated to it. So
Well, see, that's why going back to Derek Carr and his relationship with Amari Cooper, that's why they play really well on the field. Is they get to know each other, and these quarterbacks now they take time. And that's same thing with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was one of those dudes that always took his guys out to. Eat
Applebee's?
And yes. Papa John's.
oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
Roscoe's.
They're like, hey, the dipping sauce is on me, guys.
Or you just always get it delivered.
I know, right?
He's all unlimited fries, Red Robin. It's on me.
Red Robin. So, I don't know. So, who do you guys think ultimately might get to the big game this year? What do you think, Shay?
Like I said earlier, I think Green Bay from the NFC side. I'm gonna probably go with them, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't want to say Patriots. I'm gonna say the Broncos. I think it's gonna be the Broncos and the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's a good little prediction
Yeah.
there. Eric, what do you think?
For as much as I hate to not, I'm thinking New England's gonna get back there,
I mean, it's-
and I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas sneaks in there.
You think so?
Not 100% sure, But
Not that I really want them to.
You wouldn't bet your house on it or nothing.
well, I like Clint Eastwood, and he's a great cowboy. So I kind of go. With,
You know who I think might take the NFC is Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Carolina. If you guys didn't see the plays that Cam Newton did today, you guys are missing out. This guy's
he's bad.
crazy
He's
good.
bad.
he's dope.
Crazy good.
And they're already 2-0 also.
I think so. I would guess that they were going to take the NFC, AFC.
Raiders.
Raiders. No, unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately.
It's AFC. I would have to probably say, I think the Steelers are going to sneak in. If not, New England.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those
They're
two teams.
consistent too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys play fantasy football, but I do. The fantasy football I play is thinking that the Raiders are going to go to the Super Bowl this year. That's the only fantasy football. I don't know that I play. I don't know if you guys play it or not, but
You wear shirts?
Just an FYI though, the Raiders did win today.
yeah,
so
they win. So they're 1-1.
They're 1-1. I'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
They're going to win the Super Bowl, guys.
Only
we
time to
can
be 500.
we can
Yeah.
talk crap for a week.
So we'll definitely do some more NFL review throughout the season. So and then we also got to do, because baseball, the playoffs are going to start
Playoffs
coming
are
up too.
coming.
So we're going to
Oh,
do
yeah.
a review
pennant
on that.
races is going to be getting
Yeah,
good.
that's when I really start to get into baseball.
Mhm.
That's when it counts.
Because the season's really long.
It is long.
Like, it's almost too long.
So right now is when
Yeah.
they're actually starting to give out the magic numbers, where a certain number of wins or the other team behind you's losses will get you automatically into the playoffs. So now they're just counting them down. It's like, if your magic number is 6, it's like if they lose 3 and you win 3, you're in. That's it. So
Magic's high numbers, White Cells.
Oh, damn.
That is hilarious. And so you guys are tuned in, listening to B-Side Sports Show with Shay, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. And unfortunately, we're going to have to end this show. We've been having a good time here. So we're going to go to our shout-outs. And let's go ahead, Drac.
Let it all out. These are the things I could do without. Come on.
I'm talking to
back.